welcome to The Roof. My name's Sue, and today I'm talking to my friend Bill, who's a teacher here. Bill's retiring. Being very rude, Bill, how old are you?
I'm now 74 and I'll be 75 in January.
And when did you start working here?
I started, I think, in the autumn of 1994 with the very lovely Marie Claire.
Okay.
And she still works here.
So that means you've worked here for
20 years.
So 20 years is a really long time. What changes have you noticed over these 20 years?
Well, I've noticed most of all the change in building. Well, the most glaring obvious one is that we started with a small school in Guildhall Walk, which was perfect, the situation. But there were things like the executives had their recipe coffee breaks in the office of the directors.
Yeah.
And everything else was done in the front, and there was so little room, but bloody good fun.
Are there any students who particularly stick out in your mind over these years?
As groups, yes. The first one that I remember, because they were wonderful, were the coach drivers from France who used to come to us in the winter when there was hardly any work. I remember one year we had 13
I remember
students.
those.
Yeah.
We used to have a drink with them in the car park, didn't we? They always
Well, I used to get better than that. So I used to at lunchtime at 12 o'clock. We just stopped, and then we pulled out the glasses at lunchtime, and we'd have regarded burner. I was so against it. Yeah.
Any others?
There were the Russians. The Russians were big men, and they were in the oil industry. And they used to make us go over to Wetherspoons, which were right opposite the school, for a vodka and a beer. And then a vodka and a beer. And I gave up. There was one very famous man I taught, two famous men I taught for a year, one-to-one. One was from Azerbaijan, but worked in Dubai, and the other one was from Iraq. And the one from Azerbaijan was, what do you call it? Bloody big man. He was a judge.
Oh, okay,
A judge.
yes, I remember.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And I taught him. And one woman I fell madly in love with.
You fall madly in love with all of them.
This one I feel really madly in love with, a French one. Yeah.
What did you do before you came to LSI?
After school, I went to university, and I went to be a Catholic, a reluctant Catholic. But then I went to a monastery, and I studied to be a monk and a priest, not just a lay brother.
Okay.
And in my last year before priesthood, I was in Milan, and I got the tonsure from Pius VI, Paul VI, in Milan. I left.
Okay. Okay.
And joined the immigration service.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Bill, do you speak any other languages?
Yes, because I lived in Italy, I speak Italian. And then because I studied Latin, and I got hold of Spanish and French, and I can say things like ooh la la.
So, Bill, what are you going to do with your retirement?
I'm going to do a lot of gardening and a lot of walking. And in September, I hope to do the pilgrimage of Compostela.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Bill, we're really going to miss you. It's not going to be the same without you.
Okay. You don't have to give me the money for it. Yeah.
So, good luck.
Yeah. All my love. That's it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.